Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Joe and welcome to a brand new video. Now once again I'm ill, I've fallen ill again, so my voice sounds a little bit bad, so hopefully you can look past that. Today we're going to be doing another hat crafting video. As always with these hat crafting videos, at the end of it I will be giving everything I crafted away, so make sure you do stay tuned for that. And today I'm going to be talking about what I spoke about in I think the last hat crafting video, which is new uses for a find. So I made this video essentially asking you guys and coming up with a few ideas for potential new uses for refined metal. And I also said in this video that if you guys have any other ideas of different things we can use our refined for, then let me know down in the comments below. And there were so many comments on that video of so many fantastic ideas of things that we can do with refined metal. I'm going to be discussing a few of them and talking about some new uses for refined that Valve could implement super easy, that would sort of label out or balance out the economy and maybe deflate the cost of refined a little bit, because at the moment it is really not too good. I mean, it's nearly 50 refined for one key, and that's simply too high in my opinion. So we're going to be talking about that. And yeah, also every time we get a profitable craft or a craft that's worth 3 more refined, we will pop it up on the screen. So for example, if this was worth 10 ref, I'd show you it's worth 10 ref, and then a counter will start showing how many profitable crafts we get, and it'll just put into perspective how useless crafting refined into hats actually is. Of course, this is only 2 or so keys worth, but I want you guys to get an idea about how the only ref sync in Team Fortress 2 right now is categorically not worth it. I mean, it's fundamentally not worth putting your refined into crafting hats, because every single hat, or the majority of hats, are under 3 refined, you know, so it's near enough impossible to craft something profitable. It's a very low chance. I mean, that probably is worth a bit, I'm not sure. Yeah, it could have timed that a bit better, but yeah, generally hat crafting isn't worth it, and these hat crafting videos are a good showcase of that. So the first suggestion someone said is a case that can only be crafted by a key. 1 special key equals 10 ref to craft. Keys cannot be traded or sold. And this kind of had me intrigued. So what I think this would be is a case that, once he said, I'm assuming the case drops through item drops just the same as every other case in the game. But the only way you can open the case with those items exclusively in the case. So it wouldn't be a case with, you know, random cosmetics that already exist. It would be a case with items exclusively for that case. Essentially, you could only open it by putting refined into a key. It would be a key made out of refined. This is a really good idea. Items that can only be exclusively obtained through the use of refined. And of course it does include using a case and stuff as well, but you don't have to invest money into it. You can just literally get the ref. You can grind trading for ref. You can grind low tier trading to get some refined. And this would give people a good incentive of something to do with their refined. If there was unusual effects that could only be obtained through this case, for example, Valve had 5 new unusual effects, but the only case that these unusual effects can be in is the refined crafting case. You know, that's a great idea in my opinion, and it would once again incentivize people to put their refined into something other than hat crafting, and it would be much more beneficial. Even if the items you received were untradeable, there'd be people out there that wouldn't mind having an untradeable unusual. The Crate Depression goes to show this, you know, people don't mind being stuck with an untradeable unusual. So if Valve were to implement a case that gave out untradeable items and the chance for an untradeable unusual, people would grind towards this, and I think this is a great idea. This one said, here is my idea, everyone deletes half of the refined metal, doubling its value and preventing any losses of money and decreasing the ref price of keys. And whilst, you know, in concept that's a fantastic idea, if every single person that owns at least 1 refined metal deletes it, or deletes half of their refined metal, then the value of it will be halved, meaning that you won't lose money, theoretically. But in practicality, do you know how hard it would be to get every single person who's played TF2, who probably has at least 2 ref in their backpack, to delete half of it? Like, realistically, some people aren't going to want to delete their refined metal. Some people, you know, would rather just craft it, etc. And just overall, it would be far too hard to organise. So whilst, you know, as I said, in concept, that is a cool idea, realistically, I just don't think it's going to work. This next one is probably, I'd say, the best solution that I've read, or one of the best solutions I've read. It says, one idea I had was making a contract system with daily and weekly contracts, and after you finish them, you can use 3 refined to get more missions for that day or week, and these contracts would give like blood money, which you can get a keyless crate. This would keep players engaged on the game. Since ref is so cheap, people will waste a lot of ref on this system. They also put 2 additional ideas with no chance of becoming true. We'll be adding a new cosmetic every week, and the one crate that you can buy that has the weak cosmetic, and they could be numbered, and that way it will make more people interested in the system. So essentially adding a new cosmetic to the game, and the only way you can get it is through crafting it, so people would try and get it. Whilst that is a good idea, it requires a lot of effort from Valve, and I think that's the issue with the daily or weekly contracts one as well, is that's probably the best way to invent a ref sync. You know, people have to invest ref into doing these contracts so they can get blood money for crates. Whilst that's a great idea, Valve have to add a new contract every single day or every single week. And I mean, we've gone months, multiple months without an update before. So realistically, I don't think they'd be prepared to invest time into, you know, adding fresh content into the game every week. And it's understandable. I can understand it must be quite a task, but whilst it is a great idea and probably the best way to not only, you know, invent a ref sync into the game, but keep players engaged as well, I just don't see Valve doing it, unfortunately, which is a shame, because I definitely think, you know, I'd love to do videos on the new contracts every week, the quickest way to do it, the best way to do it. It's a great opportunity for content creators, a great opportunity for people who were getting a bit bored of the game, but yeah, it's just a lot of effort from Valve, unfortunately. This one was a really cool idea. New stranger fires for non-strangeable weapons, only for a new chemistry set, but you need at least 15 ref or more and then some hats. So essentially, things like the 3-room blade, and other items that can't be strange, you know, things like the prinny machete, etc., that can't be available in strange. You can craft a stranger fire for 15 refined and a couple hats, or maybe a couple strange weapons. Now, I've really liked the idea of Valve adding something into the game to make popular weapons that can't be available in a new or in strange form available to be made in strange form. And if that involves the use of refined, that would kill 2 birds with 1 stone. So we'd be able to get, you know, things like the 3-room blade in strange that people have been wanting for absolutely ages. This is a really cool idea, and it once again would incentivize people to use their refined finally into investing into a strange. And maybe they could either sell these strangers, because I'm pretty sure they'd cost at least 15 refined, or alternatively they could keep these strangers and use them, because I'm sure you can all think of at least a couple items that you have in unique or genuine quality that can't be in strange, things like the AppSap, etc. They're very popular items, but they're not available in strange, and if there was something Valve implemented to where you could involve refined into the creation of stranger fires for these, that would, as I said, kill 2 birds with 1 stone. This comment says, how about a new set of contracts in which it costs 1 refined to unlock a contract, and it uses refined from your backpack, but contracts rewards to players with non-tradable refined. So players that don't have refined can still use the contract. So I may have read this wrong, but does this involve getting untradeable refined? Because I don't, whilst it is a good idea to invest refined into getting new contracts, I just don't understand people going out of their way to get untradeable refined, you know? There's no use for refined as it is, so Valve implementing something that gives you untradeable refined, no one will really do it, is my thought process there, because no one really wants refined, and that is why it costs so little. This person says, I think there should be a scenario like the one with the golden wrench. Rarely drops to someone when you craft a weapon, but instead of a golden wrench, it's a hat which can be crafted in a limited time for like a week, and in that time span you can craft it. After the weekend you can't craft it anymore. This is a great idea, and what they did with the golden wrench was a great idea to sort of get rid of refined on the market. So many people were crafting, trying to get one of the 100 golden wrenches that were being distributed. However, with this in mind, you know, it only lasts for a week, and unless Valve are going to do this every week, it's not necessarily going to work, you know, because once that week's over, refined's gonna not be very useful again. So people are gonna craft all their refined, which is great. It will take refined out of the market, but then there's nothing else after that. So they'd have to do it regularly, you know, every month they add a new item that can only be obtained through crafting, like the golden wrench, but more often. I just noticed I crafted 2 big man on campuses there. As we get to the last of our refined, we have 1 more hat left. Can we get something good, Valve? No, we get the Aladdin's private reserve. So guys, this is what we got from the hat crafting. Everything with the new tag is what we crafted. If you go into the description, you will find the link to the giveaway. It will be up for 1 week, and there is multiple winners. So you will notice all the items there, they get distributed 1 item each. So it's not one person that wins everything, it's 1 item per person, so there's more of a chance of you guys winning. Thank you very much for watching this video, guys. If you did enjoy, then please do remember to leave a like and let me know your thoughts down below, along with some ideas you have to use refined and a new ref sync to be added into the game. So if you have any ideas on that we can maybe discuss in another video, leave it down below. Thank you guys very much for watching, and peace. Writing sonnets, keep it close to my heart like a locket, never dishonest. High up in the stars just like a comet, I get that profit, then I do the dash just like I'm Sonic. I'm dashing out the blue so they can call me supersonic, but my eyes been super red cause we've been smoking super chronic. Got the flavors in the bag, you would think that I'm a florist, and I know that makes you mad.